Hey, what's up guys? It's Christian, and today we are going to be ditching our wireless camera system and installing an Onwote POE camera system. We're going to be installing cameras, wiring, and a DVR. We are going to be replacing our Blink wireless system today for a DVR setup that is going to record 24/7. With our wireless system, it worked okay, but it always seems like when we needed something recorded, it didn't really record it as well as we wanted to. So I'm really excited to partner with Onwote and install this system. We have a 16-channel DVR. This is going to allow us to upgrade to more cameras. Today we're going to be installing 8 4K cameras. This is the camera. This is fully adjustable in all sorts of different ways. You can mount it on the wall or on the ceiling. This is metal casing, so it seems like it's really good quality, and I can't wait to see how the picture turns out. Included with this bundle was 8 60-foot Ethernet cables. This worked for most of our cameras, but we are also going to be installing a couple custom length cables. We got the power supply cord, a USB mouse, and a patch cord just to connect this DVR to the internet setup. We have 16 PoE ports on the back. PoE is power over Ethernet. So we are going to be running Cat5 cables to every camera. And then we have our internet port here, audios, VGAs, HDMIs, and USBs. This is going to go upstairs in my office in the closet. It's going to have its own little spot right next to the Starlink so that it's always connected to the internet and near my computer. I've spent the last few days running the Cat5e. I didn't record too much of it because everyone's situation is going to be different and it's kind of boring. So most of the cabling is ran. We are going to grab some of these cameras. We're going to climb up in the scissor lift, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to install one of these. We are up in the scissor lift right now. We have one of the Cat5e cables stubbed down through this drywall. It goes up through the attic into my office. Now I'm not going to show you installing every camera because it's the same exact process, but we have this end here. This is going to be for power. We're just going to use this plug and cap it, and this is going to be for your Cat5e or your RJ45 plug. First thing, we are going to prepare this Cat5e cable by installing this waterproofing connector. So we're going to install this piece on first, and then we have this part here. This will go on, and then we have this little rubber gasket here. This will go over the cable like so. We'll insert it into this part, and we'll just loosely tighten this for now. We're going to take the camera, we are going to plug it in here. I already installed my little waterproof gasket on this. You just slide it over, and then you can, once you hear it click, we're going to slide this down, and then we can twist this and lock it, and then we'll finish tightening this end here. To mount it, we're going to remove this ring, so we're just going to twist it off, and it's going to pop off, and that is going to reveal the mounting holes, and then also some of the adjustment screws. We'll get to that in a minute. With each camera, we have these anchors and screws. Since we're using 3 of them, I think I have a good enough connection with just screwing these into the drywall. We're going to take our cable and shove it up through here. So what's nice is your hole doesn't have to be lined up perfectly with where your wire is going through, because we have all this extra space in here. So I can mount the camera here or here to get a fine adjustment. So now we're going to take some of our screws. So the camera has some adjustment just like this, but before we put that ring back on, you can loosen this screw here, and that allows you to adjust this second part. So if you want to turn it and aim it this way, you can, or if you're mounting it on a wall, this allows you to pivot it and face it exactly where you want it. So we are going to leave it facing down like this to try to cover the most area in the shop possible, and we might have to come back and fine tune these when we're done, but we're going to set them up where we think they need to be, and then we'll get them installed and come back. We're going to take our ring, twist it back on, just like that, and now we are going to move on to some outside. I got the last 2 cameras mounted. We got this one facing the main parking area, and this one on the left is facing this back road. I'm not sure if these are pointed exactly how I want them, but until we get that DVR set up, I'm not going to know for sure. Let's go inside and I'll show you the rest of the camera placements. those are the 2 cameras we just installed. And then on the opposite side of the house, we have 2 up here. So we should have full coverage around the house. I have 3 installed inside the shop. The first one is up here. Next one is a little bit lower. It's installed in the cantilever of the addition. And then also one up here above the 18-foot garage door. One installed inside the dog kennel so we can keep an eye on Roxy. That is the 8 cameras that were included with this kit. And like I said earlier, you can upgrade to 16 cameras, and I do plan on expanding in the future. Before we install that DVR, I wanted to show you some of the drywall I had to cut to get access to that far side of the shop. So in the storage room, I just cut a little channel right here, and I ran my Cat 5e cable through, and then my camera stubbed through the wall right there from the exterior. And luckily, I'm not completely finished with the addition yet, so I had a couple open stud spaces that I could run the wiring through into the attic. My office in the addition isn't complete yet, but I'll give you guys a sneak peek of it. So we got the editing set up here, we got the dual monitors and the TV. I still got to do the bifold doors and some trim, but this video isn't about that. In the closet, I have my Starlink set up and my internet set up. That is where I'm going to install this DVR. I have a chase up into the attic where I ran my data cables. We have 5 of the pre-made Onwote cables and then 3 of the longer length ones I custom made. So we are going to set this somewhere right here. We're going to figure out this layout and get everything plugged in. The DVR is all set up. I've got the power, the mouse, an HDMI, internet, and all of the cameras connected. Now I can slide this back. I do plan on cleaning this up a little bit. I might do some sort of a cable management underneath this shelf. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions on cable management. I do think that I'm going to have to borrow one of these monitors. I think it'd be cool to get a monitor and mount it up on the wall right here and just always have this DVR on its own setup. We're gonna flip the power switch on right now and see what happens. This is the first thing that popped up. I've got my mouse set up here. Looks like it wants us to select a language. We're gonna go English. Now it's going to ask us to set up our own username and password. It's going to ask us for our time zone. Now it's giving me a QR code. I'm going to scan that with my phone. I can download the app and I should be able to view all of this and control it from an app on my phone. I have everything set up on the computer and I have it set up on my phone. I went through and named some of these. I didn't record everything because I was trying to figure it out myself, but these instructions are very good. It shows you how to connect it to your phone and name everything, and also connect it up to a website or your PC. That's gonna wrap this install up. I am going to go back and adjust a couple of these cameras, but for the most part, they're pretty good. Now I have this playback set up like this. When you double click on it, it makes it super HD. It's very clear, and then you can just scroll through your cameras from here. This turned out amazing. I'm super happy with the quality of this camera and the install and setup. Everything went super great. I highly recommend this kit. If you want to get your own kit, I'm going to leave this exact same one linked in the description below so you can pick it up for yourself. And I want to give another huge shout out to Onwote for helping me out with this system. I'm super happy with it and I can't wait to expand it and get rid of my wireless setup. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.